Yo, so we're back with The Last of Us, reviews, episode 2. I watched it this morning, and when did you watch it? Like
No,
2 days
a long
ago?
time last week.
Nah, yeah, I took
Yeah,
some time to watch it, but I enjoyed it very much.
there you go.
Obviously, this is a slower episode, especially the beginning.
Yeah,
But like honestly, I was fine for it being a slower episode than the end. Like it's sped up out of nowhere and had a fire ending.
so I liked episode one a lot, but I really liked the beginning of it. The beginning hooked me a lot, but then the ending, I mean the second part of it, kind of slowed down for me a little bit. But then this episode immediately hooked me on again. And as soon as this episode ended, I wanted to watch the third episode because it really hooked me. I really like the world building. We see more of
Definitely,
the
bro,
world in
definitely.
this, and I really enjoy that. I like what they've been able to do with all the destruction.
Not like being serious, like the road is beautiful. Like it's beautifully shot and like just the shots of the buildings
Yeah.
being turned down. Wait,
Like Brogan and stuff.
yeah, yeah.
What?
Oh, tore down. Well, turned down, I guess, whatever, because they're
Uh,
leaning to the side, but you know what I mean? Like, so I guess let's talk about the
yeah.
beginning of the episode.
Guys, just before we start it, just want to let you guys know that this video contains spoilers. But I really love
The
like how it's,
dynamic between the three characters is
yeah,
amazing.
and I really like how it started because they're not sure if they can trust Ellie yet, and which is weird because he's like a little kid, but she's infected, but they've never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
And I kind of like the how Joel is. He's kind of like a bit of a pessimist. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, this is not gonna work. They always said this is a cure and this and that. But so you kind of see small signs of him sort of seeing her like a daughter. We don't fully get to that, and watching episode 3, and then you still don't get that, but you see little by little. Especially him seeing Tess take care of her. That kind of makes him want to take care of her too.
Because I'm glad that you said that because it reminded me of, while I was watching the episode, I was thinking, like, bro, at the end of the day, like humans, they're always going to care about each other. Like,
Exactly.
it's impossible to spend time with somebody and not build some type of, like, love for them. And not even love, bro. It's just, bro, you're a human, man. Like, you care about it, the people that you're with. And they're super random, but it reminds me of, like, let's say when you go to school and you're like, oh, today I'm mad. I'm going to be mad the whole day. Dude, most of the time you start getting cheered up, just having conversations
Yeah,
with people.
for sure.
And like, bro, you definitely understand why Joe is so pessimistic. I mean, this man literally got his role taken from him.
Yeah,
And it's been 20 years since this whole thing started. So I'm not like I don't blame him for thinking like, oh, the cure is just fake because he has heard that most of the times.
yeah.
And there's random, but I see a little bit of like my dad and Joe. I think if my dad was in the apocalypse, I mean, you know my dad, so I think
Yeah.
he'd kind of be like that.
I get what you're saying.
Like, let's say I got killed. I think that's how he would like. end
Yeah,
up,
I get what you're saying. I was really like we got to fully see like the clickers or whatever.
Bro, the
They don't refer to
Woo!
them yet, but we got to see it. And it
How do
really
you
really
know that?
tense
Did I
scene.
tell you?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you told me that they're called it. No, but it was such a tense scene. I think it was really well filmed. Like, bro, this might be early, but this could potentially go down as maybe one of the best TV shows of all time.
100%, bro.
That's
movie
crazy.
quality. They haven't
Yeah,
missed it.
like,
They haven't
bro, I'm
missed it.
telling you guys, this is really good.
Bro, like let's talk about that scene with the clickers, man. Dude, that noise that they make. I mean, I already knew about it because of the video game.
Yeah,
But it literally makes you feel uncomfortable.
yeah,
And like their face, like the way they look.
yeah.
Bro, it's
Facts.
disgusting. I supposed to be. I knew that Tess was gonna die, but I didn't expect it to be this quick. Because I knew it happened early, but in the second episode already, we already got the death of the daughter in the first one, and we got the death of like about two of the
Yeah.
most main characters of the show already died.
What I like too is like you can tell Joel was sad, but he wasn't like heartbroken, like oh my gosh, because he's used to it. You know how many people he's probably lost along the way. He's probably had friends. It's been 20 years.
Yeah, that's
kinda
why
sp-
he's been so close up. And
Yeah,
I noticed that little comment that kind of implied that she like had feelings for him. She was like, "Oh, I never asked you to love me back," and it's probably not even because Joe didn't like her, but
Yeah.
he didn't let himself
exactly.
get so attached.
And that's again that just goes back to the great writing.
And like with the dog with Ellie, like he's trying really hard to not like care about her.
Yeah.
Because, but I mean, if you know what's gonna happen towards the end, it's crazy seeing this
I don't know
compared
what's
to
gonna
how it's gonna. But like I agree with you, but I think the show's gonna be one of the best.
I think
that we
this
have
is gonna go
watched.
down as one of the best shows. Of all
I'm
time.
super glad, man, because the video game is so good and doing it justice. Like we said this in the last
Yeah.
review, but we're saying it again. But I mean, this is a bit of a slower episode. Like we are saying, there's not much to talk about besides like the beautiful world building that we saw at the beginning.
Yeah.
It was cool seeing them just walking around and talking to each other. You get to know more about each character.
Yeah, sometimes that's my favorite part about like shows and even movies, just the dynamic between characters.
And I'm starting to like Ellie more. Like I think
Yeah,
you're
me
gonna
too.
agree.
I agree 100.
Yeah, you weren't that big of a fan of Ellie at the beginning, and what I knew she was a cool character because of the video game, but I will agree that you first see her, you're like, oh, I don't know, but she has that like edge to her. You know, she has some swag. She's a kid,
Yeah,
but she acts like an adult. You know.
yeah, of course, because you grew up in that world, and it's
Yeah,
like,
and she's like a badass. So I'm
yeah,
excited to see her more in like action scenes, knowing that she's gonna eventually have to fight because everybody's gonna have to. And yeah, man, I'm excited to keep watching. This guy already watched episode 3. I haven't
yeah,
watched it. I'm gonna watch it tonight. And this guy told me it's very good, so I'm
yeah.
excited to watch it. Yeah, that's
So
pretty much
thank you
it.
guys so much for watching. Peace
Like,
out.
subscribe, and